The season is almost done. Liverpool are almost champions. We just need one more point. So it's time to start looking forward to the future. Time to go beyond the cop and look at the 10 players most likely to leave Liverpool this summer. Now, this is just all opinion. None of these are guaranteed. This is just my thoughts on who the 10 most likely players to leave are, and there's probably one or two I've missed out. But let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with my list. Please like and subscribe. Number 10, Nat Phillips. It genuinely did blow my mind when I realised that Nat Phillips was still on our books. I mean, the lad's been on loan 6 times during his time at the Reds, take the hint. And yes, while I, like everyone, will forever be grateful for what he contributed in the 2020-21 season when our backline was dropping like drunk Liverpool fans will during the title parade, that doesn't mean he has any kind of future at the club. It's saddening in a way because Phillips is actually a good quality centre-back, but he's such a throwback to the days of brick housery, dominating the game in the air and getting so stuck into tackles he'd rather lose a portion of his head than the ball, that he just doesn't fit into Arne Slot's mould at the back. He was never poor on the ball. Look at him here, send these lads for a hot dog. But he has a level, and this certain skill set means he won't factor into Liverpool going forward. Also, the fact that his contract expires this summer might have something to do with it, but who's to say really? Number 9, Kellaher. Now, before I'm met with the same level of hatred Mickey Rourke's been subjected to recently, I'm not saying in any way, shape or goal-scoring form that Kellaher is a bad goalkeeper. He is just simply too good to be a backup to Alisson, and he knows it, hence the rumours surrounding his potential departure this summer. Kellaher is the best backup in world football and needs to be getting first team game time, which doesn't require Alisson being injured to get. He's an amazing shot stopper, a 2-time Carabao Cup winner, scoring a penalty in the first of those 2, and he's able to play possession-based goalkeeping, which is a benefit to any side in the modern game. I said it a year ago and I'll say it again. I think Celtic would be a perfect fit for him. Schmeichel isn't getting any younger. He'd be guaranteed trophies and Champions League football on a consistent basis and could be a mainstay in the Celtic side for another decade if he wanted to. He's too good to play second fiddle, and with Mamadashvili joining the squad, it's hard to see Kellaher at the Reds next season. Number 8, Costa Tsimikas. From number 6 to centre-back to striker and now left-back, Liverpool's positions of improvement this summer have jumped around more than any House of Pain song ever could. And speaking of the House of Pain, how's second place Arsenal? Costa Tsimikas has often been regarded as he's an alright backup left back, but if we're being completely honest, he's never been able to get out of the shadow of the greatest Scot to ever grace the Premier League, who isn't called Charlie Adam. Hell, this season was probably his best chance, being given 666 minutes in the Premier League, and despite achieving this symbol of the devil, he is still just moderately passable, and I think Slot knows it as well. He's terrific at dead ball delivery, and I still maintain he'd probably get into maybe 10 of the 20 Premier League sides starting 11s at a push, and we could get maybe 10 to 15 million pounds for him, so sell him on. Use the money going forward to sign Kellaher, making him the starter, and start phasing Robertson to the backup role as a rotation option. I'd rather Kellaher and Robertson than Robertson and Tsimikas, but maybe I'm just a maverick. Number 7, Wataru Endo. Do you know what I like as a player? I like monsters in midfield. Nothing fills me with more joy than seeing some utter mad arse in midfield sending other players flying like it's the Lemmings Day Parade. Wataru Endo and his gum shield, that has probably seen more wins than Tyson Fury in the past 2 years, is just that. Someone who isn't amazing on the ball, but is a brick in the centre of the pitch, who's willing to die for this club, but sadly, that's not what Slot seems to want in a midfielder. Go back to the start of the season and Endo was being linked with a move away while we tried to sign mountain enthusiast Martin Zubimendi. Fast forward to now, and Endo is being linked with moves back to the Bundesliga, and we are being linked with several holding midfielders who can rotate around Gravenberg. I will be sad if Endo goes, but his limitations on the ball and lack of driving force from running forward make him surplus to requirements under Slot. Klopp wanted the destroyer and got one. Slot wants a coordinator and got one, just not from Wataru Endo, who we could get maybe 8 million for at his age. I'll be sad to see him go, but if we absolutely need to sell him, I want to see Bajcetic become the understudy to Ryan Gravenberg before Madrid decide to swoop in like the vultures they are. You've got Trent. Is that not enough? Off. Number 6, Harvey Elliott. Oh, Harvey Elliott, I'm not sure what you've done behind the scenes to see yourself glued to the bench like a kid licking a frozen lamppost in a Tom and Jerry cartoon, but please do not leave this club. Please stay here and keep fighting, because my little heart cannot bear the thought of losing you as well. When we talk about pressing and energy, look no further than Harvey Elliott, who is like if the Duracell rabbit drank 6 cans of Monster after an all-night bender with Jamie Vardy on the town, full of grit and fight, but always on the fringes it feels like. Hell, Slot said so himself recently, so this is probably why he's being linked with a move away. No real clubs have been touted as being interested yet, but if anyone did get him, then they found the pot of gold. If Slot insists on selling him, then we could maybe get 20 to 30 million for him. I mean, I'm spitballing here, I'm not transfer mark, take it up with them, you dorks. And while I think he's great, I get it, his pressing and shooting can be a bit erratic and meaningless at points, but he's versatile, fast, good on the ball, so please don't sell this lad and break my heart, Slot. I'm begging you. Number 5, Luis Diaz. Hot takes everywhere. Luis Diaz has been meh this season. Some will agree, some will not agree, but no one can dispute that Diaz is being linked with a move away every other day, and it's becoming quite boring to discuss, because one minute he's playing like prime Mane, and then the next is playing like prime Ojo. He's still beyond talented and is a terrific winger, but I don't think he plays how Slot would like. Diaz is best when we're running at teams directly and playing attacking football with space to run into. He doesn't, however, thrive when he has to cut back and square it or look for the overlapping fullback, and for this reason, he's being routinely linked with a move away from Liverpool, most likely to either Barcelona, despite them having Katie Price levels of finance, or PSG, despite having one of the best attacking lines currently in world football, the greedy little piglets. I do think he'll move this summer due to the fee we could receive and the fact that Gakpo seems to fit Slot's system more, and yes, I know he's been woeful in recent weeks, but he's coming back from injury, whereas Diaz has been playing like a microwave lasagna. It's hot 1 minute, but then you get to the middle and it's ice cold. Number 4, Federico Chiesa. I wasn't gonna include it, but then all the reports have been coming out looking like he's set to leave this summer, so my hands are pretty much tied. And honestly, speaking of hostage situations, how Chiesa hasn't been able to get minutes on the pitch, but Nunez has, it's staggering to me. I did a whole video on it recently, so I won't go into it too much, but he's talented, he's quick, he's good on the ball. Come on, give him a chance. If he's going, then fine, I'll accept it. It cost us £10 million, over 3 times less than Andy Carroll did, FYI, and we could sell him for more money, and financially, I do get it. It's good business, but you're telling me that after the goal against Accrington, the performance against PSV, and the goal in the Carabao Cup final, you couldn't find some way to fit him in? He played like arse against Plymouth, but so did everyone in our team. That's not fair to pin it on just him. It's disappointing, and I'll be sad if he does go. Number 3, Joe Gomez. He almost left last season. I mean, do we really have to say any more? Joe Gomez, the only man to be a part of the squad from Brendan Rodgers' day of the LFC Sacred Timeline, has been a serviceable player when it's been needed. He's versatile. At one point, he was actually our starting centre-back alongside Van Dijk, and at some stages last season was actually our best left-back, but he's just so injury prone. He suffers from sturridgitis with side effects which may include, but not limited to, rice paper ACLs, thighs made of cottage cheese, and an overall fitness level like a man who's just gone 5 rounds with Mike Tyson or 5 minutes with a grizzly bear. It's harsh to say, but I think now is the time to move him on and start propelling Quansah into the backup role more frequently. Gomez is great and will do amazing things at another club, but get a fee while we can and let him ride off into the sunset 10 years on from us signing him. And oh my god, I think we signed him 10 years ago. 2015 was 10 years ago. Stop it, passage of time. Number 2, Diogo Jota. I like Jota, but I also like chocolate cake. Doesn't mean I want it up front for my football club. Mind you, chocolate cake's probably got more stability than Jota's hamstring, so shrug. Sarcasm aside, I love Jota and miss the days where he was finishing like a superstar, but we're past it now. Hell, even this season he started like a house on fire. That's how far he's dropped this campaign. He doesn't have the same level of pace he did 3 years ago, and after his recent injury, he just isn't getting back to form. His goal against Everton was nice, and the ones against Fulham and Forest were vital for our title push, but he can't operate as a deep lying attacker anymore. His finishing is off and he's approaching 30. Now is probably the time to cash in and look to bring in new strikers who can finish and finish well. This isn't to disparage anything he's achieved, by the way, at Liverpool, because he's earned his place in our history, but we need a lethal striker, and that's why we also need to sell number 1, Darwin Nunes. Now, despite my sarcastic ways and dry sense of humour, I will not pretend that I didn't love Darwin Nunes at one stage. I said it on Redmen, LFC Transfer Room, Grizz Khan's channel, Sport Bible, BBC, and many other channels. I'm only saying this to give you some idea as to how much I was willing to defend Nunes and his style of run football, but I can't do it anymore. I cannot help people who cannot help themselves, and yes, winners against Newcastle, Forest, Bournemouth, Brentford, it writes itself, but he can't score often enough. He runs without purpose, doesn't contribute anything, can build up hardly, and has matches which make you think otherwise, like Madrid this season or Tottenham in the League Cup, but he's just not good enough. You can't be in your third season as our most expensive signing ever and still have question marks over whether or not you're good enough. You either are or you aren't, and the lad can be sold to potentially Saudi for £60 million. That's over 3/4 of what we paid. That's good business. He's got good qualities, and in another league I truly think he'll smash it, like the Bundesliga or La Liga, but we are Liverpool and we need killers up top, not a supporting cast. God love him and thank you for everything you've done, but yeah, the truth hurts.